What is up, my butter biscuits? So in today's video, I have another Chisme video for you guys. I want to let you guys know right off the bat, this story, okay, has the most reading that I'll ever have to do on my channel. And I'm a little bit nervous for it because I am just kind of like that kid in class that's like, "Hey, teacher, don't look at me, don't look at me. No, I don't want to read out loud." And then the teacher calls on you and you're just reading a paragraph out loud, just like stuttering and fumbling the words. That is me. So I do apologize. I'm just letting you guys know right away. My reading may be a little bit rocky, okay? So if that irritates you, I probably would recommend you guys to not watch this video. However, the story is actually pretty juicy because Anastasia slash Norvina is kind of shady, and I think that you guys may want to know about this, but the statement is really, really long. Also, you guys, I asked you guys in yesterday's video if I should just like film my Chisme videos the day of, like when things happen right away, so that way you guys know the story, you know, right away. Because I was thinking, like, you know what, a lot of people always say, "Oh my god, you're always a day late, you're always 2 days late." However, I did let you guys know that I do that for a reason, because I like to get the full story inside one video. When reading the comments yesterday, it was literally 50-50. People were like, "No, like, do the story right away and then film an update video, because if you wait a couple days, the tea is old. We don't want to know about it in a couple days. We want to know about it right away." And then some people were like, "No, just wait a couple days so that way I could watch one full video. That way I don't have to, you know, watch an update video." And I'm just like a little lost with it because it was like literally 50-50. However, I did decide today, let me just film this video, and if Anastasia or Norvina make a public statement about this, which I'm really thinking that they will, because Norvina is known to make some statements. So if she does, I will film an update video to this, and we'll see how that style goes, because I'm a little lost if I should wait a couple days or film it right away. And I don't know, maybe just filming an update video will be better, so that way you guys know the Chisme right away. But we'll see how that goes. Anyways, y'all, another thing totally off topic. I'm just like really excited. I want to share with you guys. Y'all know I'm like always wearing a beanie because I feel like my cyst on my head is getting bigger and bigger. I'm so excited that I think tomorrow I will be getting it removed. And I'm just like really excited because my potato head misses being on camera. So fingers crossed that I do get it removed tomorrow. Did I say yesterday? I said... I feel like I said yesterday. We'll see. Anyways, y'all, if you guys are new here, make sure you guys hit the subscribe button, turn on your post notifications so that way you guys get notified when I upload a new video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys give it a big thumbs up, and let's go ahead and dive right into it. All right, y'all. So starting this off, this is involving a Instagram makeup artist by the name of Taj Reed. Her handle is Donnie Darkowitz. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I'm gonna go ahead and start off with reading her caption. Then I'm gonna go ahead and get into the statements, and that's where I'm gonna need y'all to pray for me because woo, it's real long, okay? Like, I feel like I'm reading like a little novel. Anyways, this is the caption right here. An open letter. Be careful who you let in. In light of the state of the country and black people finally having the courage to hold those in power accountable and demand what we deserve in every industry, but in my case, the beauty industry. I can't keep sitting on this. I waited and prayed that people would do the right thing, but thus far, I've gone ignored. Not to mention, after I went live about this at the beginning of the year, shortly after, NDAs were a requirement to work with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Laugh my ass off. That is crazy to me. I feel like whenever you have to sign an NDA to work with a brand, you should be a little bit scared because, y'all, that's getting a little too controlling, and a brand that you're working with should allow you to like speak about them any type of way that you want. You know what I'm saying? Signing an NDA about that is not cool. Like, I don't understand why they did that. Anyways, that is really weird to me. She says, I am terrified of the retribution I'll likely face, but I deserve better. Thank you to @Leslie Domo Jr. for writing standards which gave me the confidence and courage to tell the truth. Even though it hurts, every lyric applies to my situation. Even in dire times, music is there to soothe my soul. Then she goes on to the song that she's talking about. It's just full lyrics, so I won't read the lyrics. I'm just going to go ahead and get into the statements, and y'all... It is really long, but bear with me. I feel like this is low-key a juicy story because it does give us a little bit of the insight of working with a brand and how shady a brand can be. And low-key, I'm kind of like, about Anastasia Beverly Hills. And I do feel like they will make a statement about this because this is just crazy to me. Before we get into it, let me take a drink of water though. Okay, here we go. So, I've been alluding to this and hinting at this for months. I've already spoken out about it before, but as nothing in my situation has changed, it's time to talk about it again, and this time permanently. Late last year, I was struggling financially and had asked Jackie Aina if she knew of any brands looking to collab. She put me in a good word with Norvina of Anastasia Beverly Hills. There I go. We all know this. She mentioned it when she announced weeks later that I was to be the brand's first ever content creator. She sent me a DM beforehand and asked me what I was looking for in terms of work. I explained what type of work I had done for other brands up to that point and stressed that I was looking for full-time work. She said she could figure something out because she wanted to have me do work for the brand. I had just gone viral 3 times in a week for my TikToks, so all my social medias were blowing up. Great exposure for everyone. Cool. She asked me what I charge and I said $970 per post. She said that was great and told me someone would be in touch. Y'all, I gotta tell you, just keeping it real, $970 per post. I feel like I should have like always raised my rate, y'all. I charge way less than that. I never knew someone with her following could charge $970 per post. That's low key. That's a lot. I'm like, let me up my charge. I mean, my prices now. Oh my gosh. Anyways, y'all. Norvina announced a few days before Halloween that I was to be the brand's first ever content creator on Twitter. Asked if she could tag me and everything. A few days later was the Halloween party in LA, which I was attending, so when I got my official offer from Natalia, who runs PR emails for the brand, offering me $1,000 per week for 2 pieces of content. We'll get back to that. Now, 2 pieces of content, obviously, it's gonna, keep it in mind, y'all. But said that she would contact me in a few days from a girl named Robin, as they were short-staffed on setting up and finishing planning the party. I said okay and thought nothing of it. I sent Robin an email introducing myself and got an automated response because she was at a wedding and out of the office. First and foremost, $1,000 for 2 pieces of content breaks down to $500 per piece of content, which is not what I quoted. But I said, okay, $1,000 a week pays the bills. I can save, we can revisit and reestablish rates down the line when I'm situated. Never got to that point. After the party, I got a phone call from Robin introducing herself. This is where it started to get weird. She still had no contract to send me. It was now in the second week of November, and I had no contract. She said we don't like to make bad deals, so we wait until Mercury is out of retrograde before we do any business deals. Y'all, this to me, I just need your guys' input because I'm a little shook by this. I'm like, wait, what? They don't do any deals while Mercury is in retrograde? Do people really do that? I've honestly never heard of people doing that. I know Norvina and a lot of other people in the world are really into astrology, but have y'all ever heard that before? Because I've literally, in my 30 years of living, I've never heard that. She's like, in real ass life, I said, question mark, question mark, question mark, dot, 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 dot. Okay. Thinking, LA people are weird. Which, y'all, I lived in LA my whole entire life, and I've never heard of LA people doing this. I don't know. Maybe I'm living under a rock, because to me, that's a trip. I'm like, you have to wait until Mercury is out of retrograde to do a business deal? That's weird to me. Anyways, continuing on. I didn't get my contract until 2 days before Christmas. That's 2 months of waiting. In the meantime, Robin had me film and submit, which they were ultra nitpicky in editing, a Christmas takeover. In that contract, all, and I do mean all, my creative rights were stripped. I wasn't allowed to post my content without written consent from the brand. They were to own it in perpetuity. Sorry if I say that word wrong. And gave themselves rights to duplicate my work and slap their name on it as the author without my consent. That's really shady, y'all. Really shady. I had my dad read it over. He then sent it to a lawyer who told me not to sign anything because the contract was predatory. Not only were my rights to my own work to be stripped, something else was wrong. The rate it stated $1,000 for 4 pieces of content. I'm not so naive as to not pick up on the language used here, so I asked for clarification. That one question had myself and Robin emailing back and forth for months, well into February. I explained that that was not the deal I had originally offered. What I had agreed to and what it sounded like to me was they were going to pay me a one-time fee of $1,000 for 4 pieces of content. Broken down, that's $250 for each piece of work. Content that I charged damn near $1,000 for each. That to me is like really, really shady because obviously if you're emailing back and forth, you do have all of this on record. So why would they switch that up and change it? It just doesn't make sense. Honestly, y'all, I feel like they were trying to like pull one over on her. Like, oh, okay, we can get her to do all this work for $1,000 and she's just going to be okay with it. And I think that that's really, really wrong. She skirted my questions and I got agitated. The tone of some of her responses were clearly rushed and irritated. That I wouldn't just sign the contract, even though it was wrong. In the midst of this, I emailed and DM'd Norvina. You facilitated this deal. You contacted me. You are the CEO of this branch of this brand. So why are you MIA? That is so true because I feel like Norvina is like very active and why all of a sudden are you staying silent? You know what I mean? I got no response ever through this entire ordeal. In February, another person was brought to mitigate because I was not budging. That's not the deal we made. I'm black, not stupid. So nah. No John Hancock from me. She was the one who eventually told me she says the coup, but I'm thinking she means the CEO. The CEO will not allow us to make an open-ended deal for that amount of money, and our needs as a company has changed. So what we're offering you is $1,000 for 4 pieces of content, and that's what she quoted too. I was also not to be paid for work I'd already done until I signed that contract. Y'all, that is really crazy. So she's saying right here that she's already done some of the work. I think it was during the Christmas time. And they're saying you're not going to get paid until you sign this contract, which then for you're obviously, obligating yourself to do multiple pieces of work for a lesser rate of which you already had quoted them. Y'all, that is real shady. I expressed my frustration and anger at being led on and led in circles for months. When I asked for them to CC Norvina on the email thread so she could clarify, they ignored my request. Feeling railroaded and like I had no other option, I signed the contract and got paid $1,000 for 2 takeovers because I was still required to do the second takeover to fulfill the 4 items. Crazy. My second takeover, they left up for 4 hours and then deleted it with no mention. Y'all, they were just being shady. They were like, okay, well, we're not going to put her on our page because why give her this attention? I bet you they were just being petty at that point. Ugh. I was so disgusted with my treatment and Norvina blatantly ignoring me that I started to talk about it on Twitter. When it started gaining traction, she sent me a message asking if she could call me, that I ignored. What was there to say? Question mark. She messaged Sandy Hirals, I don't know who that is, and asked for my number. And Sandy called me and asked me if I would please talk to her. So she called me and she said she had no idea what was going on, which I called her to the carpet for. How the F do you not know what's going on in your own company? But I will say, okay, in regards to that, obviously Norvina is obviously being a creative director. She's, handling her social media as well as, all of the things going on behind the scenes with Anastasia Beverly Hills that I doubt that she would actually know what's going on with each influencer that they're working with. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she has a lot of other things to work with. So I would imagine her to not know about that. But I understand her frustration. She paid me $1,000 for my second takeover outright from her PayPal and said that she was going to investigate, apologized, and said she would call me back in a day or two with more answers. That was on March 23rd. I have not heard from her since. She's unfollowed my Twitter. I have received no new emails with updates or offers of work, even though I was assured that they wanted to work with me in the future. I'm still on PR though. I'm sure once this is posted, that will change. They probably will take her off this, but I'm really curious to see how Anastasia Beverly Hills and Norvina are going to handle this. After hearing from former ABH employees and other influencers who experienced similar treatment and seeing other black creators rush to defend her actions or the actions of the brand last week in response to the Blackout and Black Lives Matter movement, I couldn't stay silent anymore. I feared retribution and being blackballed, and I still do. I don't want my career to end for telling the truth, but I'm still really very hurt by how I was treated. And I'd be lying if I said I wasn't still angry and being ignored. Or angry at being ignored, sorry. And seeing people move like there isn't problematic happening is a no-go for me. I've always been transparent and honest. I have all the email saves. I don't ever delete dealings with brands. But the thing is, she can't come forward with those emails because she could potentially face a lawsuit because, like I mentioned, they have these or maybe I didn't mention, they have these little things at the bottom that say it's for your eyes only, and basically it's for your eyes only. You can't share it with people, or else you could, deal with some legal issues then. Some of my friends and peers in the community have openly stated that they will not support the brand anymore and have messaged me to apologize for not listening to me when I spoke out about this months ago. I appreciate that. Listen to black women, support black people in general, but especially black women. I'm tired of being strong and silent, and I'm tired of being tired. Now, this whole thing, you guys, honestly, I would have liked to have seen the emails too, just to put them on blast completely, because the whole situation is shady. if she quoted them at $970, which look, I'm gonna be a little honest about, I do feel like is really like high, but that's good though. You should value yourself at high, put yourself at a high rate, you know what I'm saying, especially dealing with a multi-million if not billion-dollar brand such as Anastasia Beverly Hills. They can totally afford it. If you're quoting yourself at this and they're over here trying to flip it around and basically just use you, that is so shady, and I do feel like they should be put on blast. I'm really curious to see though how Norvina is going to handle this whole situation, because since she's putting this out there, y'all, this is letting you know, and I will say obviously from firsthand experience, a lot of brands really do try to take advantage of people, and it's so crazy to me because they rely on so many influencers to build their brand, especially a brand like Anastasia Beverly Hills. If you guys did not know, they got their big start on social media. Thanks to social media, their brand has become the empire that it's become. So they can afford to pay people. And Norvina came out with a statement months ago talking about paying influencers the right rate and, you know, paying people this because they deserve it. And I'm just kind of like, this is not showing what she had put out months ago, so I'm really curious about this, and I do think that it's really shady for Norvina to go and unfollow her on Twitter. It just shows where she stands with the situation and that she doesn't really care to make it better. And y'all, I really honestly look up to Anastasia Beverly Hills. I find this brand really, really good. Y'all know, yes, I've had some problems with their eyeshadow palettes before, but the Norvina palettes specifically are literally some of my favorite palettes, and I feel like they're a pretty good brand overall. Like, if they're doing stuff like this, whew, I'm gonna be a little irritated about this, and I think that it's really, really shady, and I feel like she should get what she quoted them, because they obviously accepted that agreement, and for them to just turn around and say, oh, this doesn't meet the brand's requirements anymore, and we've changed our requirements, so now we're requiring 4 pieces of work for $1,000. It's kind of like, what? I don't think these brands also too realize it takes a lot of work to being creative, to editing and you know, creating a video. This takes a lot of time as well too. So I think that the brand really needs to get it together at this point, and I'm really hoping that Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills make it better. Like, run her money, pay her what she deserves. She's a great, talented artist, and she really deserves that. I think, especially, like, how are you gonna ghost her for all this time? Like, it just completely rubs me the wrong way. And I will say, look, I'm gonna be really real with y'all, okay? Y'all know I don't know who a lot of people on Instagram are, but a lot of people are commenting on this. What was it? Something Morello. Oh my, Chloe Morello. I think it was Chloe Morello is commenting on there saying that she's going to have her back against Anastasia Beverly Hills. Okay, sorry about that, y'all. My phone just started tripping out. But I want to tell you some of the people that are speaking out about this. Really big Instagrammers / YouTubers, and y'all, I'm just waiting for Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills' response to this, because they have some really big people on here. So Ray Boyce is on there commenting out, backing her up. Samantha is on there backing her up. Symphony Soto is on there backing her up. Jackie Aina, Nima Tang, Desi Perkins. You guys, there are some big people on there backing her up. And y'all, this is like really getting some traction, so I'm just kind of like, whoa, what is Norvina going to do to make this better? In your guys' opinion, what should Norvina do to make this better? I really think that this is truly shady. Like, honestly, they can't be expecting all this stuff from people. Like, it's wrong, you know what I'm saying? And making her sign an NDA, that's shady. And if they try to go the legal route, just letting you guys know right now, woo, they're going to be in trouble if they try going the legal route with her. So I'm really glad that she spoke out. That has to be a very scary thing, especially dealing with a brand such as Anastasia Beverly Hills, because they obviously have ties with so many other brands, you know, and obviously everywhere that they're sold. So I could totally understand like where she's coming from, of like, oh my gosh, I'm like nervous speaking out about this. But I'm so glad that she did, because us as consumers, we need to know how shady these brands are, you know. I do have to say I am a little bit like shocked by this, because unless I've been living underneath a rock, I don't feel like Norvina and Anastasia Beverly Hills has really been a shady brand. And now all of a sudden, this coming out puts things into perspective. So I'm really curious and looking forward to their response, and I'm hoping that they can make it better. Anyways, y'all, let me know your thoughts and opinions on it. Like I said, I do want to know, how do you feel Norvina / Anastasia Beverly Hills should make this better? Like, should they just run her a big old fat check, or should they feature her more? Should they like guarantee her work? What do you think would be a really good thing? I'm thinking they should just, you know, cut her a big old check, because she deserves it. How you gonna go play with this girl like this for months, literal months? Like, that's not cool. So anyways, y'all let me know your thoughts and opinions on it, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.